You know, I don't think I've actually have used the sneak a lot. So I'm going to try to use it right now and see if it's actually useful or not. Apparently not. Oh! Lee! Miss. There went Freya. That was actually a nice clean kick off the cliff. Might as well try to knock them all out at the same time. And down he goes. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. So I figured what we can do in this episode, guys, is we can go and do a couple of Thrall runs. Kind of want to go out there and take a look and see if we can't find any of a tier 4 Shieldwright Armorsmith, because I'm kind of wanting to kind of get geared up so we can do these high-ended dungeons soon. Kind of, you know, like the wine cellar and all that. And I also thought we could go out there and look for a Bladesmith, I believe, for the blacksmiths as well. So, and I can't even get my words out. So, yeah, I just figured we could go and take a look at that and see if we can grab some of those. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be an interesting endeavor because, you know, with how random it is that these things appear, it's going to be an interesting thing. So hopefully, you know, we can just pray to the Conan Exiles gods that they will release them so that way we can capture them. I don't know. We can just do a couple of runs somewhere and see if we can't get them to spawn. And that place that I'm thinking about going to try and see if we can't find any is at Sepermeru, because we haven't really been over there to look for any thralls, nor have we captured anything over there. I think we've only been there once since I've started this playthrough, and it was whenever we teleported there from when we did the Midnight Grove. So yeah, I just figured it'd be a kind of a different change of pace, so that's what I'm thinking about doing. So yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get out of our sitting position. And let's go ahead and get Freya. There you are, Freya. And yeah, I went ahead and took the liberties, of course, to get everything prepared, so we're all set to go do our Thrall runs and stuff. So before we actually go over to Sepermeru, I wanted to check out these two campsites here. I've actually got these little journal note pages things here for the markers that tell us where exactly some Shieldwright spawns are. And I went ahead and also watched Pixel Caves' video about the Shieldwrights, and these were the places that he mentioned in his video about where they spawn at, so that's why I put these markers down. And like I said, I figured we could just go to maybe go here to this camp first, and then hit this camp, and then just head straight through the unnamed city and get to Sepermeru over there. And I also wanted to point out that I've made like right before I started recording, I went ahead and went over to Sepermeru and I put down, what are they called? The Wheel of Pain. And then I went ahead and put down 2 gibbets too. And I think I've already put a lot of gruel in there as well. So yeah, we should all be ready to rock and roll as soon as we get there. So yeah, Dune Awakening comes out in about 9 days, I think. I think it's June 10th is when it comes out. And they did say that if you pre-order the game, you can get like 5 days early before it actually releases. And I'm actually considering doing that because I kind of want to get, you know, to start a series up for that game, you know, as quickly as possible. So that might actually turn out pretty good. And I'm, you know, one of those people that don't really pre-order games much anymore because I kind of want to wait to see how the game actually, like, if it, like, performs and stuff. So, but in this case, I kind of want to, you know, that might be the exception. You know, I might have to break my one rule But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to doing a series on that. Okay, so we should be okay if we just take a left right here. And it should be this camp right below here, I think is where... Yeah. Looking at the mini-map, I think it lines up pretty good, so... Okay, so let's check this place out. See what we got. Let's see, so just in case that there is something here... I'm trying to think what I can do with her. I know I can just do... Well... I think I've got an idea, so let's just go ahead and go in. Ooh. Well, there's a... Well, he's dead. I was about to say there's a Blacksmith 3. It's just an Armorer 1. But yeah, I think that's where... Where that Armorsmith is supposed to spawn. So, okay. I'm probably going to have to do something else with her. I mean, I know I can do the... I can do this, you know, retreat or flee, but it kind of seems to take a lot of... Just a tiny bit of little extra effort where I can probably just tell her to move to this location, but just gotta keep practicing on that until I can get it down pat. Alright, so obviously that spawn wasn't here. There was a tier 3 blacksmith, which we just killed, which we could have taken that, because, you know, if we don't end up finding a tier 4, we can definitely take a tier 3 with us. Okay, so that camp is down. So now we've got to go over to this camp just right across the river. So let's get on Slade and go over there and see what we got. You know, like I was saying, you know, like how random it is for them to spawn in and stuff. So this may... I don't really want it to span out a couple of videos or a couple episodes long, but it may have to just until we actually do end up getting a tier 4, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we'll, like I, you know, we'll get lucky and we'll snag one in this video. So just gotta keep our fingers crossed. Okay, and I think the camp that we're looking for is right on top of that hill there. So let's get Slade in his usual spot somewhere. Quietly, but surely, get attacked by hyenas, because why not? Oh, well, okay. Actually, what is this? Looks like a blacksmith. Yep, it's Blacksmith 1. Oh yeah, I also went ahead and made us one of these steel truncheon. Yeah, that word. You know what? I think I'm just gonna call it a knockout stick. There we go. We'll just call it a knockout stick. So yeah, I made a steel version of the knockout stick. So just in case we might need to use that. Okay, let's be... Try not to go in here blindly. Oh, there's that armor, which of course is just an armor 1. And I think that's our... Yeah, I think that's our spawn person. Yeah, because I think in the video that I watched from Pixel Cave, he was like right here. Oh well. Well, we might as well finish up the camp just to see what else there is. Dancer 2. Ow. I like rolled backwards to dodge whatever he was doing and I still got hit by it. Tanner 2. Oh, and I actually forgot to mention this a long time ago. But before I was about to start recording those videos about getting Freya and Luffy, that mod that I had, I think it was called More Women Spawns. And truth be told, I mean, that's probably one of my favorite mods. You know, just because it gives more spawn rates for, you know, women thralls to spawn and stuff. But, like, when you have that mod in your mod list and you're trying to look for Luffy or Freya, they do not appear at all. And I actually tested it again recently where I put it back onto my mod list and Freya actually disappeared again, even as a broken thrall, you know. So yeah, if you guys ever wanted to use that mod and you want to get Freya or Luffy, make sure you turn it off, like, completely. But yeah, if you're trying to use them as thralls or even try to capture them, don't even worry about putting that mod on your list, because it will definitely make them disappear. So I just figured I'd give that little tidbit of information out, because that is something I have noticed after experimenting with it. Alright, so let's try not to get lost, which I just did. Let's go ahead and get down and get back on Slade. And let's head over to Sepermeru. And, you know, going back to what I was talking about with that mod, it's like I'm not even sure what could be causing the issues. I guess the mod actually, like, changes some of the actual... Because I think I mentioned it before that Thugra can actually be spawned in as a female. So I guess, you know, the code gets changed to where, like, if you're wanting to get Luffy and somehow Luffy spawns as a woman, but yet the game's code is, like, permanently locked, I guess, into being a male for Luffy, you know. It's just like it just completely fudges up the entire stuff, but yeah, it just will not work. Not at all. Just after the couple of tries that I did and, you know, experimenting with it, it completely breaks them. So, like, you know, like I said, don't use that mod if you're planning on doing their quests or even using them as thralls. But, like, you know, it sucks though, because I really do like that mod. But, you know, the thing is like, I don't even know how long it's been since it's been updated. It could have been, like, years ago, you know, when the last update came through. So who knows? Who knows if it'll ever get updated or another mod might come through with that doesn't break the quests. One can dream, I guess, and hope that one day that they release an update or a new mod for that. I'm sitting here looking at my UI and I just realized I don't even have my food on my bar yet. So let's put the savory jerky there. Go ahead and fill it up on grilled steak. Yeah, so there's the...
Thieves, slavers, murderers. And the only place in these exiled lands where they don't kill strangers.
Well, that's true. It's just whenever you start attacking the thugs that are in there, even if you don't attack them and they attack you first, and you end up attacking them, they actually, all the NPCs will start attacking you, which I think is completely nuts. But yeah, like I was saying, I went ahead and put down that Wheel of Pain, and there's the 2 gibbets too. And it should, like I said, already have... Should already have gruel in it. Yep, 2 stacks of gruel here. And 1 stack of gruel in each of these gibbets. So okay. Alright. So I know how I have it listed or placed on the markers is that it's here. Okay, let's attack. Just a damn scorpion. That's not going to be alive for much longer. Okay, so like I was saying, I have the markers here, and actually have the marker for the Bladesmith too, from when I was watching his Pixel Caves' video on the blacksmiths. So yeah, I got the Bladesmith here, and the Shieldwright. So, and I know that they're over here on this location, but I figured we could just go and explore Sepermeru, because I don't think, like I mentioned, I don't think we've actually really explored all of it, so just might as well go through this entryway and see what we can find too, and then make our way over here just so we can go grab it. Or check to see if there's any spawns over there. Alright, let's head in. And let's just hope and pray that the gods, Conan gods, are with us today, and that they're going to bless us so much that they will just willy-nilly give us what we're asking for. Carpenter 2. Okay, so the carpenters spawn around here. It's good to know. It's Cook 2. Yeah, it's been ages since I've been through here, so I can't really remember where everything is supposed to spawn for everything else. I do know Conan's here, so we may, after a couple of runs, we might go talk to him to see what's up with our friendly neighborhood bro, Conan. Oh, there's a named alchemist, which we've got plenty of. But if we do end up coming out of this thing empty-handed, we might as well just try to capture her, just for the lols. Okay, we got ourselves a journeyman taskmaster again, just screaming at the wall, or I should say the door. Yeah, let's keep moving on. Let's get away from that crazy woman. Okay, so let's take a look over here. I think there's a area right there. Yeah, I see it, where the Wheel of Pain is. There's a taskmaster, or a bunch of them over there. Okay, we got a dancer 2. A lot of merchants. Yeah, I think all these are merchants. There's a set priest over there. And what are you? Are you a merchant? Yep. Alright, let's get away from Cowboy Dan over here. It's an apprentice. A couple of prisoners. There's a journeyman. And 2 more prisoners. And you know, I'm wondering exactly what the standard tier for these things are, like for the journeyman and stuff like that, and these prisoners, because I remember capturing one of those Katayan sorcerers that you can find at the, at the bounty hunting places with the cages. I remember actually like knocking one out and taking one of them home and broke him on the Wheel of Pain, and I think it was like a tier 3 fighter. So I'm guessing just named things like that are tier 3s or something like that. That's what I'm guessing. Okay, so let's take a look over here and see what we've got. 10 or 2. Carpenter 1. Okay, I think this might be another tanner. So let's see what that is. Oh, a smelter. Okay. So far we've only seen one named Thrall, and it was that alchemist. Okay, and I think we head this way. We'll get to where Conan's located in one of those taverns. And then I think a little bit after that is where we'll find those spawn points for the Shieldwright and the Bladesmith. Oh. Oh, yeah, these are thugs. Ooh, that was a nasty hit. Yep. Come on, plunderer. Ooh, wow. Whoa. Okay, bandit leader. Okay, let's do this as smart as possible. Gonna have to put the take one of these and use them. Elixirs of freedom. Ooh, got some gold coins that we can use for sure. You know, I don't think I've actually used the sneak a lot. So I'm going to try to use it right now and see if it's actually useful or not. Apparently not. Okay, let's, yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Tell you what. Well, it was an idea. It just didn't work out very well. There went Freya. That was actually a nice, clean kick off the cliff. I'm just really surprised that we haven't gotten all of the all of Sepermeru on us. Okay, can we actually breathe for a second? Oh, war paint for the relic hunters. Yeah, why not? Spiced dish. Thought I heard a cat purring. I did. Hiya, kitty. Okay, let's take a look up here, up yonder. Because I think there's actually some more spawns that come up here. Or come up here, wow. That are up here. Dancer. 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 Okay, so this is probably a good spot for maybe some named dancers to spawn. Okay, so yeah, I think we need to head okay, I'm a bit confused for a second. Hold on. Oh yeah, so we need to go back and take a right. That's what we need to do. Yeah, we can just bypass all of that right there. So I think those are all plunderers and bandits and stuff. Okay, and of course the wine cellars over there. And yeah, Conan's in here.
Time to slake our thirst and kick the dust of the Exiled Lands from our boots.
It's not a bad idea, Freya, but we definitely have a mission on our hands. Let's have Blacksmith 2. I mean, we only have a Blacksmith 1. And I really don't want to try and grab a 2, but... Okay. Yeah, we should be getting up to where those spawns are supposed to be. Crossing my fingers. Maybe we'll get lucky. I doubt it, though. Got a Dancer 1. And what? I don't know if you guys saw that, but on the corner of my eye, I thought I saw that banner just, like, flip out and, like, go in and out of existence. Blacksmith 1. Blacksmith 2. Okay, so we're probably going to have to... If they're not here, we'll probably kill these. And it's going to suck. It's going to definitely suck. Armor 1. Yeah, I don't think our luck is here, guys. There's a Blacksmith 2 and a Blacksmith 2. Dang it. Alright, so we're going to have to be very smart with this. Ah, man, this is going to suck. But if we want these things to spawn in, we're going to have to do exactly what I'm thinking. Is the coast clear?
Blood of the serpent. Enemies at the gate.
All right, come on, Mr. Archer. Yeah, I really don't want to, Well, let's kind of head back this way and see if he doesn't come out. Okay. Looks like he stopped. Yeah, I figured it. What's gonna aggro these guys? Yeah, it's okay though. Okay, now we need to go kill these two peeps down here. And then I suppose we can go try and capture that named alchemist, I guess. Yeah, let's try and do this. Kind of knock them all out if we can.
Cut your heart out.
Well, it kind of worked. Though with Freya's strength, didn't even need it, really. He fell through the earth and screamed as he fell. awesome. Truly beautiful. Alright, so we might as well... You know what? We might as well go ahead and talk to Conan. That might actually give us some time to get them to spawn back in. And who is this? I do not think I've ever seen her here before. So maybe she's new. Let's see what she has to say.
My blood, it is royal, and apparently coveted for sacrifice. My father is a king, and a dog.
Okay, and which king would that be?
Through his own embarrassing indiscretions, my father became indebted to the Stygian Tothamon. I was traded to settle his accounts and save his craven skin.
Oh, so I'm guessing you were basically sent here to settle your father's debts? Huh, it's some dad.
Oh, these sorcerers. They are all alike. May each and every one of them lose their odious heads. I'm well away from my dog king father. I won't go back. For now, I'll follow Conan. If that path leads me to danger, so may it be. It can be no worse than what I have faced.
Yeah, I mean, sticking with Conan would probably be your best bet. Absolutely. Okay, let's see what else you've got to talk about.
My blood, it is royal.
Okay.
And apparently coveted for sacrifice.
So just
My
repeating
father is a
right
king
there.
And a dog.
Okay, so yeah, like she has to be new because, like I said, I've never seen her spawn here before. So that must they must have put her in when they released the Age of Heroes, or this could be a mod. Not entirely sure. And if it is from the Age of Heroes, who knows? She might be our next companion that we get later. Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, Conan. What you got to talk about?
So you live, and we meet again. Tell me, have you had a good chance to look around? Seen your fill of these exiled lands? It's not too late to get back on that crucifix.
Nah, never, man. Never had too much feel of this place. This is the best place ever.
Any fool can see that you need answers. Left hanging for the vultures on that cross. A cursed bracelet that keeps you trapped in this place. Everybody trying to kill each other. I should leave you all to your fate. I don't have the stomach for sorcery. Give me a foe that I can strike with cold iron. Ah, I'll be here a while. His wine tastes like boiled camel's piss and the bread's half weevil, but uncomfortable enough. If you have questions, ask.
Boiled camel's piss, huh? Sounds tasty.
I wandered for a while after I pulled you from that cross. In the south, I found desperate souls and Darfari man-eaters. In the east, apes that walked like men among the overgrown ruins of an ancient city. I found an amphitheater where the ancient dead walked, and the memories of ancient battles stained the sand. It stank of sorcery. So I left.
Okay. What else?
I have traveled far and seen much. From the glittering ice of Asgard to the jungle expanses of the Black Kingdoms. I have been thief, pirate, and mercenary. But nowhere have I seen gods as I see them in this land. These avatars that stalk and spread destruction in their wake. These are not gods. These are what men want gods to be. Weapons.
Yeah, you must be talking about those avatars that you can summon from your gods' altars and stuff. that can destroy other players' bases and stuff. I think that's what he's talking about.
There is a woman. I freed her from the cross just as I did you.
Mm-hmm.
I followed her trail across the Exiled Lands. I missed her here by a scant few hours. She had left in search of a map room and a way to free herself from the Exiled Lands. Her trail ended in the map room. She was gone and all of her companions slaughtered. Listen. If you have news of Razma of Shem, let me know.
Yep, that's who I thought that he was talking about.
What do I know of sorcerers and their feuds? I do not dabble in the dark arts. But whoever and whatever put you here is a wielder of the dark arts. You are like a wolf in a trap. You struggle to flee in the end. In the end, it will kill you. Be smarter. Find out what they want, then hold it close. They will come for it. And then your jaws around their throat. Just remember this. If you do succeed, if you do manage to find a way to remove your bracelet and leave the Exiled Lands, you will have to make a choice. Stay and be the hero of your own story, or leave and risk losing it all. The choice will be yours. Choose wisely.
Yeah. So like when we do decide to get our bracelet taken off, we'll have to decide, I suppose, whether we stay or basically move on to leave everything behind. And then create a new character. And then do a new map, I suppose, after that. Yeah, so that's all of his dialogue. So we've exhausted that. So yeah, let's go take a look and see again if these guys have respawned back. And see if we're lucky this time. I like how he's talking to himself now. Just like, bye Conan, see ya, don't care. And he just keeps talking like some crazy old man. Nope, not yet. It's kind of strange because you'd think with how fast things respawn in this game, you would think they would already be back by now. Okay, they're not back here either, so we'll just kind of run back towards the entrance, I suppose, in Temple Quarter. Set High Priest. Interact with what? It's a chest. Yeah, might as well grab that coin. Oh, there's a note here. I'll come back to those eventually. So yeah, might as well go ahead and try and see if we can capture that named alchemist, so we're not doing this empty-handed. Okay, so that's... Wasn't it a woman just a while ago? Now it's a dude. So, probably not. That named alchemist... Nope. Okay. So I guess going from one end to the other changes these thralls, because they're all different now. Yeah, okay. So maybe what we'll do is, since they're all different now, and they've all respawned over here, so let's go check and see if there's anything over here about the taskmasters. And then we'll head back over to the Shieldwright spawns again. Okay, let's check over here. And what do we got? Ooh, a smelter 3. We could definitely use that. So this... Okay, so we have found something that we could definitely use. Let me check these people first. Herbalist. Archer 2. Get out of my way. Okay, Taskmaster Master. Prisoner. Journeyman. Okay, so that Taskmaster Master might be worth trying to grab, but I don't think that's a like tier 4. It's probably just a tier 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to sneak up here. Quickly find out what this is. Another smelter 3. Uh-huh. Come on, buddy. I don't want to keep wasting those. But I will if I have to. Might as well try to knock them all out at the same time. And down he goes. Oh, I bet you they're not going to be here when we get back. Oh, buddy. Let's try and do this as fast as we can.
Hey!
Out of my way. Please, Conan gods, please let it be to where that smelter 3 is above ground and not sinking into the earth to join you up in, or I should say down wherever that leads. Awesome. So, I mean, we at least have a Taskmaster 3. I'm not even going to even concern myself with that. But these things definitely are a boon, for sure, because no one attacks you when you throw these purple lotus orbs down. Huh? It's already resetted. That is crazy. Well, I mean, dang you, Conan gods. Curse you. But at least we know that these are spawning in pretty quickly. For the most part. Armorer 2. Which we already have an Armorer 2. Okay, let's just cut across. Fighter 3, Blacksmith 2. And, you know, like I said, we can settle for a Blacksmith 3 if we find one. At least for the blacksmith part. Okay, so we're going to have to cut across. Ah, you little idiots. Cook 2 is still here. Blacksmith 1. Blacksmith 1. Dang it. Might as well knock these people out. So we can get more to respawn. Hopefully quickly.
Thieves, slavers, murderers. And the only place in these exiled lands where they don't kill strangers.
Huh? That's nice, Freya. They're not even there anymore. They're gone. They just completely disappeared. It's an armor of 1. Blacksmith 1. Jeez, what is up with these blacksmiths? Blacksmiths? Jeez. These blacksmiths. I don't know what it is about these blacksmiths being level 1, but might as well knock them out. Okay, we'll do one loop around. I don't think we need to go that way. And if we can't find it on this next loop, or anything good on this next loop, then we will call it there. And we'll pick it right back up on the next episode and maybe go somewhere different. Oh! Lee! Miss. Alright, so I guess we're going to have to take them all on, I guess. Well, one thing's for sure, Freya definitely has a pretty good defense. Especially with those perks that we gave her. Okay, let's take one final look on this side. Bunch of archers and some fighters. Carpenter. Yep, smelter 1. Armorer 2. Dancer 2. Fighter 2. Ooh. Belly the Breaker. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? I know we have a Taskmaster 3 at home, but still, I mean, sure. Sounds good to me. And we just gotta try to knock her out. Oh, that's gonna take a long time to knock out. So yeah, it seems like... Okay, so it kind of looks like the named thralls are going to be the hardest to knock out with these things. I really do not want to attack anything here. So we'll just... If we have to, we'll waste all of our purple lotus orbs for this. Jeez, this really does take a long time, doesn't it? But it is, from what I'm seeing, it is the safest route to do this, at least for these tier 4 thralls. Awesome. So we got ourselves a tier 4 Taskmaster. So maybe that's a sign that our luck is turning around. And we will definitely find ourselves a tier 4 somewhere. Or Shieldwright. Or a Bladesmith. Though, I'm saying that, and I'm, you know, of course, just how many of those purple lotus orbs we just used to knock her out. It's going to be... Probably don't have enough of those orbs to do that. But then again, maybe, like, you know, we'll get lucky and we can actually knock it out without killing it. Cool. Awesome. So I forgot exactly what this means on a Taskmaster. I'll have to go and research that. But cool. So let's go do one final sweep on the other side where the Shieldwright and the Bladesmith are supposed to spawn and see if we can't find anything there. And like I said, I'll settle for a Blacksmith 3 or an Armorer 3. At least for right now. You know, just because we do find the Blacksmith like 3 or Armorer 3 doesn't mean we're going to stop looking for the tier 4s, because I would much rather have those. It's just that we'll have those in reserves. Just in case, like, all... That's right. Burn your own men. Who's the stillborn god, I wonder? I like how he just stood there and took it. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we can keep those tier 3s in reserves, you know, or use them until we actually do find our tier 4s. And where is my glowing stick? I haven't really needed our potions yet. Oh, and our war paint's off, so I might as well go ahead and use another one. Hers is 2. Okay. And let's get our glowing stick out. Kind of need to go back this way. Chanter 1, Blacksmith 1. Oh, buddy, what? Okay. I was just over here talking about how we weren't really using our potions, and then here we go. We got in a mess of trouble, almost.
Wrong fight.
Oh man, that body disappeared. That was such a goofy looking pose it was doing. Okay, let's just get through this without fighting, if we can. You might want to get that cough treated or looked at. Just saying. Blacksmith 2s. Because of course. That was actually a nice little climb. Armor 1. Blacksmith 2. Blacksmith 2. What is up with the 1 and 2s, bro? And we'll just aerial shoot this. Okay, so they're all knocked out. And these have already like gone through the earth and disappeared. And so is that one. Good grief. And so have they. Man. But yeah, like I said, guys, I think that's going to be the last little run for this episode, I suppose. I'm going to actually go back to the Wheel of Pain. But yeah, it kind of... I figured we probably wouldn't get very lucky and find a tier 4 Shieldwright or a Bladesmith. And what is going on with that? Conan. What in the hell is going on with Conan? Alright. You do you, boo. And why is there combat music? Or why do I hear boss music? Okay, well. But yeah, I kind of figured, like I was saying, like we wouldn't probably find a tier 4 Shieldwright or a Bladesmith on our first couple of runs, but like I said, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying and looking for them. But we were able to find at least a named Taskmaster. And I think we got a smelter at 3, so... And why am I... why are you climbing like that? Rixia? Jeez. But yeah. So I think in the next episode, we'll probably do another sweep of this again. And then maybe move up to another new... or another place. Maybe like the Mounds of the Dead, or New Azagarth, or some other camps that we haven't gone to. Maybe the Black Galleon, because we haven't gone there yet. So, there's a lot of other places we can check. Or in the meantime, I'll go ahead and make some more of these Purple Lotus Orbs. So just in case we run across either another named Thrall, like a Smelter or something, and even our tier 4 Shieldwright and Bladesmith, we can have a lot to use. Because I did not know it was going to take that many to knock out a tier 4 or a named Thrall, so it's good to know. So yeah, we'll have to go definitely make some more of those. But yeah. Alright, so I think this is where I'm going to end it, guys. I really do appreciate you guys coming out and watching the video. And you know, like, if you guys are new to the channel and you guys are enjoying the content, then, you know, feel free to subscribe if you'd like. You know, and also just, you know, like the video, comment, share. Also hit that notification bell if you want to know whenever I post a new video. And of course, like I said, like I mentioned before, that Dune Awakening is coming out, and or at least the early access is coming out in a couple of days, which I'm thinking about partaking in. So I'm definitely going to start doing a series on that. So hopefully stay tuned for that. But yeah, I will hopefully, you know, in the next couple episodes, guys, we can definitely find ourselves a Shieldwright or a Bladesmith. I feel like I've been saying that word, those two words, it's probably like 100 times now. but yeah, hopefully soon we'll find those, or whatever else we may find. So yeah, so stick around for that, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.